Welcome to the first episode of the Learners Podcast. Today, we have with us Arkojyoti Ghatak, who is a student of M.Sc Chemistry at IIT Madras. Arkojyoti did his B.Sc Honours in Chemistry from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata. After that, he appeared for IIT JAM Chemistry in 2025, in which he secured an honorary rank of 178. Arkojyoti also got selected for M.Sc Chemistry at IISc Pune and IISc Bangalore, and also cleared the interview and got selected for the integrated M.Sc PhD program at IISc Bangalore. Today, he is with us to share his experience regarding the IIT JAM examination and the interview experience at IISc Bangalore, and also the academic and overall experience of his M.Sc Chemistry course at IIT Madras. I welcome Arbujyoti on this podcast.
Thank you, Jaiveer. Thank you so much for having me as your first, you know, I won't call it guest, but rather a part of your show. And it's really a privilege to be here. We are planning it for quite a while, and today finally we are able to do it. And let's see where we can take it.
Hopefully, though, this conversation would be very enriching for us and the viewers also. Uh,
Sure.
they'll hopefully get to learn a lot from your experience and your insights. So my first question to you would be like, what was your early life? What was your early experience in life, like till 10th class and so?
Okay. So uh, I I I was a student in Ramakrishna Mission Asansol. You might have heard about Ramakrishna Mission. It is
Yeah.
a worldwide institution, and uh, I have passed the first 10, 12 years of my education there. I have passed my secondary and higher secondary from Asansol only, and then after giving some of the competitive exams like all the other people, somehow I couldn't crack them, and I was bound to choose some science subject, and I took admission in St. Xavier's College in 2022. After passing 3 years in St. Xavier's College, from then we got in touch, and after getting a good rank in IIT JAM, I am here at IIT Madras today.
Yeah. So you mentioned you gave the competitive exams like the IIT,
Yeah.
that would be IIT JEE or NEET, or did you give both exams? Like what was your PCM or PCB or PCMB?
Okay, so I was actually preparing for both the streams, like also the NEET and JEE. But the problem with me was I was not focused with any of them. Uh, and I scored some good odd scores in both the exams, and for some small margins, I somehow couldn't make it out. Anyway, so we don't speak much about ifs and buts. Let's move ahead, and you know that's not a point. Uh, NEET and JEE journey was not so bad, not so good. I won't tell it. It was full with experiences actually.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Actually, the whole point of asking the early journey is that in the science streams where the student takes B.Sc,
Yeah,
sometimes it is due to matlab unavoidable reasons.
yeah,
They don't get other options to pursue the courses like B.Tech or NEET, so they end up taking B.Sc. But the point we are trying to make, the whole point of this podcast or this series is that we want our guests, the people who are coming on this podcast, to share their experiences. Like
sure.
our future can be made in science also, in research also.
That's always true. If you are not getting any failure in your life, you won't get any success.
Yeah.
So failures and downfalls are always necessary for a student to have.
And how was your B.Sc journey? Tell us something about your B.Sc journey.
Yeah. So after choosing among many of the colleges, first of all, I thought I would be admitted in one of the ISers. Okay. So uh, somehow I didn't chose any ISer, and I thought of staying near my home or in near premises in Kolkata itself around my parents for the 3 years. So I chose between some Kolkata colleges. I took over Jadavpur University, Presidency University, and St. Xavier's College as my top preferences. And I don't know, for some unknown reason, I got took admission in St. Xavier's College in chemistry. And if you talk about the B.Sc journey, it was pretty, how you can describe it. B.Sc journey was actually full with lots of experience. It was a roller coaster ride. I don't think anybody will have a straight line in their B.Sc journey. And so my journey was also filled with all the goods and bads. So the first year, second year, you know, I don't remember actually. In the first year, I was very much into I am not liking this course, and I was very much offended with myself that how I can study here. After complaining a bit, when I got into second year, things started to cure some to some extent, and by the end of third year, the picture totally changed. And the in a undergraduate college what third year means to students.
Yeah.
So for me also, the third year was full of memories with friends, with teachers, with reading science. So it was pretty a good journey, I would say. And St. Xavier's College will always have a very big place in my whole academic career. Whenever I go, I will always acknowledge St. Xavier's College and its teachers.
Yeah, great. So, how did your 3 years go with respect to academics? Did you only study for
Okay.
the college? Did you were you involved in any kind of research activities also, or did you only go to the college and come back and study and give the exams or something like that?
Okay, so our college actually had some good teachers. So we didn't we didn't need to take any external coaching from any other sources. So
In
from the
IIT
first
JAM.
year, second for IIT JAM, yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah. For in the first and second year itself, we didn't even study for IIT JAM. I think some of us started in the second year, in the fourth semester itself, but most of us didn't.
okay,
Okay. So in the first and second year, we were mostly focused upon the course curriculum we were given in the St. Xavier's, and I will tell you that the course curriculum in Calcutta University is very enriching.
okay.
Okay, it covers a lot of things, and to study all those things, you need a quite bit of time. So I don't think that reading IIT JAM would have been possible with all those stuff to do. So in the first and second year, we were all into the course curriculum of the college itself. From the third year, we came to know about IIT JAM when the dates came about the online application. From then onwards, students started taking some coachings. Most of us didn't take any coaching.
Okay.
Some of the people were taking. I don't remember actually. And so we took by the end of I took by the end of October November, which is not
Or
usually
2024.
of 2024, which
Okay,
shouldn't be an ideal time actually.
okay.
So most of the students were taking after the summer vacation
Yeah,
from June, July, or August or something like that.
yeah.
And by the end of December, I took a test series and practiced all of them. So this was the actually the structure, like how I did my B.Sc academics. And if you talk about research work, we had a dissertation project in our third year. So I chose my guide around my fourth semester, by the end of my fourth semester, and I started to work under him from right after from from the beginning of the fifth semester, I think. And
Okay,
I worked for one full year, not one full year, for 1.5 years, and still I am working.
okay,
Now also I was working today morning also.
okay.
So let's see
And what is the
how
topic of
how.
your dissertation? Like, what is the area, broad area, or you would like to take the
Okay.
topic name?
So where I am doing my dissertation is so it is basically based on supramolecular chemistry.
Okay,
We are we have actually made a supramolecular metal cycle, zinc based metal cycle, and we are testing this metal cycle for different purposes in heavy metal sensing to purify the polluted water. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the sole purpose, and we are doing a lot of characterizations. So it is taking a lot of time. Now I think 2 years are over, and we are still with there is some work left.
Okay. So it is a practical, like experimental or
Yeah,
theoretical?
it i- it is a total experimental work. There is a
Okay.
theoretical work also. So the computation is done by the junior batch. They are also doing. They are trying their best to
Okay.
finish it off by February March.
Okay. Okay.
And the experimental part is done by me and one of my friends in IT country.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So, you mentioned you started your preparation around October or November, right? For
Yeah.
IIT JAM. So, you didn't take any coaching.
No, actually, I didn't take any coaching. I started reading from random videos in YouTube. There are a lot of videos available, free videos available in YouTube.
Yeah.
So at the initial stage, I started preparing for from them. And when around in December, January, from a friend, I took the physics wala, that I don't remember the name of the batch. I read some of the organic chemistry chapters from physics wala by the end
Okay.
of December. Yeah.
Okay. And like, what was your last month strategy in January?
In January, I think I was a bit late to complete my syllabus. So by January first week, I was only into completing my syllabus only.
Okay.
By the second week of January, I purchased a test series from Physics Wala and I started giving mock tests. Also, I bought a book from College Street, which is IIT JAM Gate question paper practice, and I started practicing that book from January second week.
And then came the 2nd of February, which all of the
Yeah.
2025 batch must be remembering
Uh,
in
yeah.
great detail.
So it was totally out of the box and better
Yeah.
than what do I say about it. Yeah.
So, how was your experience of the exam? Like, what did you expect after giving the exam, and how was the people
Okay.
experience?
Actually, I didn't expect, nobody of us expected that type of a question. So actually, the question was not too difficult. The question was full with twists, I would say.
Yeah.
And when I saw there are so many uh, math questions, uh, then and then I thought that the question is not going to have a good cutoff.
Okay.
So let's not be tensed too much. And I started to go ahead. And you see, the cutoff was not that much like the previous years. It was very less than the other what we had in the 2024 or 23 or 22.
More tilted towards 23. The marks versus rank distribution was towards that only.
Yeah,
So, how much marks did you secure in that exam?
I secured 47 point some marks. I don't remember the exact marks. So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So then, after the exam, like, what was your plan? Did you appear for any other exams, CVT, PG, or something?
No, no, I didn't appear for any of those exams. Rather, I appeared for IISc Bangalore integrated PhD interview.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and no, for as far all the written exams are concerned, I didn't appear for any of them.
Okay, okay. And then, like, what other institutes did you apply to?
I applied for either Pune, either Kolkata, and IISc Bangalore. And where did I apply? I think either
JNC.
Mohali I applied. Okay, so I applied for JNC also. Yeah, I applied for either Mohali.
Okay, okay. So, how was your experiences? Like, where all did you appear to for the interview at, and what was your experience at the interview?
So actually, the interview. So okay, so let's start this way. The interview was on after Jam after 3 months or 3 months or something like that. I don't remember. After two
April,
and
I guess April.
yeah, no, the interview was on June, I think, isn't it? May, June.
Yeah,
IISc
May and
interview.
June. Sorry, yeah, May and June. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, May, June. So it was after Jam had passed or 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't expect that you will be remembering all the things from jam, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking that jam exam has happened so long a time away, and I am giving an interview after 2.5 months. So how will I remember all those things? So this was my first query to myself, and I didn't study, so I didn't study all those topics again. I thought that I will prepare for only one particular topic, may it be physical chemistry, inorganic or organic, prepare some specific chapters, some specific portions of those chapters, because somewhere I heard from any of my senior that the interviewer will question you according to your wish.
Yeah. 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 They ask for
So
preference.
so I took that risk that okay, so the interview will be going towards my way, and I will be answering the questions only which I like.
Yeah.
Okay. So I prepared for only quantum chemistry and statistical mechanics, the subjects I preferred the most during my
Yeah.
B.Sc days, and not preparing that way, like learning all the formulas, all those things, just revisiting the concepts once again.
Okay.
Okay, so with this preparation, I went to IISc, and IISc interview consists of two rounds, round one and round two.
Yeah.
In round one, we were allotted, I think, seven professors in my panel. I was in panel two.
Okay.
Okay, so in panel two, there were seven professors, and the first question they asked me was, "What do I want to answer?" Which was I was pretty much prepared for. I told them quantum mechanics and statistical mechanics, which was a very weird thing to them at that moment of time. And they told me that so the people who are coming before you, they are telling organic chemistry, and they are mostly avoiding quantum chemistry.
Yeah.
So you are the first guy who will be answering quantum chemistry as your first preference. So I was actually a bit frightened that how why are the professors telling me like this? So and my preference was like organic. I had kept organic in the last preference. I
Okay.
kept physical, inorganic, and organic in this sequence. So they started questioning me from particle in a box, from simple particle in a box wave function, from minus L by 2 to plus L by 2, that expression of the wave function and how the energy levels fluctuate. Why doesn't n is not negative? Because if you are calculating the energy states in particle in a box, there is a n squared term. So minus 1 square is 1 square itself. So why it is not taking negative? So this was a conceptual question to me. After that, they proceeded with the simple harmonic potential. Well, what happens when the potential is not simple harmonic? What happens for anharmonicity in a potential? After that, they started going some difficult concepts like putting a barrier in a tunneling area, so
Yeah.
which was completely new to me. And they were just checking how I am approaching the question, which is unknown to me at that point of time. So this asks me from amplitude fluctuation in tunneling, what will happen if the potential is increased or decreased or unchanged? And from quantum, I think they asked me these questions only. Then another professor asked me about uh, a consecutive reaction mechanism in chemical
Yeah.
kinetics, and they gave me some weird kind of reaction, a pathway, which you don't usually see in books and you haven't studied in B.Sc. So it was some crisscross type of reaction, A going to B, B coming back to A going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
X,
Yeah.
X
Yeah.
going to, and they stated me that I should be able to, you know, found out the derivation of the rate law.
Okay. Okay.
So that was also something very, very, complicated for me at that time. And but they were helping a lot. They were giving you
Okay.
lots of hints, and if you are able to follow all the hints from the professors, I think you can do the derivation then only, and it is not actually a very difficult job as you were thinking before. So I followed all those hints from the professor, and somehow I found out the rate law, and this was the question from chemical kinetics. Then they asked me something from I remember some Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. As I said, statistical mechanics, and it was a pretty basic question. So they asked me what will happen to the population ratio in the rotational energy levels if the energy levels are changed by a ratio of something 2:1 or 3:1. I don't remember the actual
Yeah.
number.
Mhm.
Okay. Then they asked me again from quantum. So most of my questions were from physical chemistry,
Yeah.
around 70% of them.
Yeah.
Then they asked me from inorganic chemistry. They asked me to draw one uh, cyanido complex, so
Okay.
some bridging cyanido complex which had both carbon monoxide and carbon, you know, Cn minus as the
Yeah.
bridging
Yeah.
ligands, and they asked me whether this structure is possible or not.
Okay.
So at that time, I said that theoretically it was possible, but somehow I couldn't found out the bridging nature of the ligands because I didn't knew that CO acts as bridging ligand. Now I knew after reading the organometallic course in IIT Madras, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it was totally new to me at that point of time.
Okay.
From inorganic chemistry, they asked me, I think uh, what do you say? They asked me electrochemical series that what do what will happen if the cell potentials are changed by this way or that way, and you have to decide which metal will displace which metal according to the electrochemical series.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this was the type of question, and they didn't ask me anything from organic in the first round,
Okay.
which
Okay.
was quite surprising to me. And somehow there were a lot more questions. I don't remember it. We will do some
Okay.
video another day.
That's not an issue.
Yeah.
The
And in the
schematic
second round,
presentation of the interview would do it.
yeah,
Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
in the second round, I was quite surprised that they asked me from my third preference, which was organic chemistry. And I was
Sorry to
quite
interrupt
in.
you. Like
Yeah,
what? Like how many students appear in the first round, and how many of
yeah,
them got selected in your board or the whatever your what is it called?
yeah, panel.
Panel. How many of them got selected in the second round?
So there were around 75 students who were giving the interview in the first round, and
Okay.
in our panel, 5 students were selected in that day.
From 75, 5 students were selected for the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Please continue.
Now those 5 students were taken to the round two panel, which
Yeah.
consists of 20 professors. I won't joke, but it is true. There were 20 professors at that time,
Yeah.
and when a student is entering the panel, he is bound to get intimidated. You
Yeah.
know, so that was the case for most of us, and it was not that type of a academic interview. They were checking how you are able to handle your attitude, how you are able to handle, your body language. Either you are interested in doing research or not, whether you will be able for integrated PhD or not. What are your future plans with IISc? They asked those type of questions. Alongside those questions, they asked me some basic organic chemistry transformations. Like they asked me something from Wittig reaction, I remember, and some coupling reaction. So these two questions were there, and mostly they asked me about how was my B.Sc courses, about all the teachers, about what are the things I learned in B.Sc, and what are there left to learn in M.Sc. It was a kind of discussion and
Okay.
not a question answer session. And after giving second round, I was pretty sure that I will get selected in the interview finally.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you get selected?
Yeah, fortunately, I was selected in the interview.
Okay. So why did you not join IISc Bangalore?
Okay, so I have to tell a lot. There is a big story behind it. Why didn't I choose
If
IISc
you can
Bangalore?
concise it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yes.
the major reasons are, uh, okay, so I don't wanted to restrict myself in a 7 year program at that time. This is the
Yeah.
foremost reason I would say, and
Mhm.
yeah, that is the major reason. I didn't wanted to restrict myself. 7 years in a single place. I don't say that is a very prestigious institute, a
Yeah.
dream for many other people. But living in one institute for 7 long years in your peak career years is you have to do a lot about it. So that was my first concern about it. Then I thought the course in IISc Bangalore, the M.Sc course is quite new.
Yeah.
Uh, it is better to choose some old M.Sc course in probably
Okay.
some IIT. And
Oh.
there is also a soft reason that I wanted to do PhD from abroad if possible. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that is also a reason. So all those reasons, there are a lot of stories. I have talked to you several times,
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
with
yeah.
many other people, many other seniors, many other friends, and it is not only a answer which consists of three mere points. It is a very big story. So some other day we will share
Yeah. So
definitely.
the basic point of asking this question was that we'll be scheduling this video for around the first week of January.
Yeah.
The release of this video, and many of the students might be appearing in the JAM 2026 exam on the future years also 27, 28 whenever they'll be appearing. If you're watching this video and you will be appearing for the interviews also, okay? So you might get selected for the integrated PhD and you'll have option for whether
Yeah.
you'll go for integrated MSc PhD or MSc. The whole point of this conversation is to give you the insight of the people who chose MSc or who chose integrated MSc PhD. Did you give an interview at either Kolkata or either Mohali also?
No, no. My name was shortlisted according to my rank, but I didn't appear for any of the interviews.
Okay, so any specific reason you didn't appear for the either Kolkata interview?
Yeah, actually,
Nearly Mumbai.
the main reason was I had quite I had decided actually where I am
Okay.
going at that point of time, so I didn't
It was
waste
quite
any.
late, right? The either Kolkata
Yeah,
interview.
it was. I think it was the last interview in the interview
Yeah, 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 yeah,
session.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'd also filled the form, so I didn't go because it was around
yeah,
in June end or something.
yeah. It
I
was
don't
around
remember exactly. Yeah. So
June end and July first week. It was the interview.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So they had taken two rounds. Okay. So great. So you chose to take admission at IIT Madras, right?
Yeah.
So how is the life at IIT Madras and how is your academic and overall life at IIT Madras?
Okay. So it is the most important question of this podcast, and so academically, I would say IIT Madras is basically a very renowned institute. You would be knowing that we are having the most elaborated chemistry curriculum among all the old IITs. And if you are into studying good competitive exams like GATE, NET, BARC, SAIL, GAIL, GSI, and all those things, UPSC Geochemist, then it will cover all of the syllabus, whichever you want for any kind of the exam. With that, the most important thing is that IIT Madras will equally focus on research.
Okay.
So, first of all, the curriculum is very strong, and here we have a lot good more scientists than the most famous scientists of India. Uh, are Some of them are in IIT Madras. You have might have been hearing about T. Pradeep and
Yeah,
people like
yeah.
that. So, according to the academic curriculum, I would say IIT Madras is a quite hectic, but it is manageable if you are studying daily. I won't say daily because I don't even study daily. So if you are studying 3 4 times a week, it is quite manageable. But you need your basics to be very strong. That is what I have felt in the first semester. Okay, so we had five theory courses in the first semester along with two practical courses. Among five theory courses, we had two courses from physical chemistry, one from inorganic and one organic.
Okay.
So if I name all the courses are from inorganic, we had transition metal and bioinorganic chemistry. This is one of the courses, and the other
Okay.
course is the basics of organometallic chemistry and organometallic reactions. In organic chemistry, we had a course on physical organic chemistry,
Yeah.
and in physical chemistry, we had quantum mechanics and statistical mechanics. No, sorry, we
Okay.
had quantum mechanics, and the other course was classical and statistical thermodynamics.
Okay.
Yeah, and the two practical courses are one is organic chemistry laboratory, and another is computational chemistry.
Okay.
In this computational chemistry, there was a small section of mathematics where we were taught some of the basic parts of linear algebra as well.
Okay. So IIT Madras requires you to have mathematics at the B.Sc level, right? And 12th
Yeah,
level also. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, and like, what is the course structure? Like, what is
Okay.
the course structure? How many semesters do you have theory and the exams, and how many semesters do you have to do the research? Yeah. Thesis.
So, so the first two semesters are quite similar. We are having five theory courses and two practical courses.
Each semester.
In the uh, in the third semester, we have five theory courses, and by that time, our MSc project and thesis has started. So there is a lot more to do in the third semester, a lot more pressure than the previous two semesters.
Yeah.
Like we have to balance the MSc thesis work also along with the coursework. And in the fourth semester, we have to take three electives around your project, whatever you are doing in your MSc thesis. Along with that, the MSc thesis is going on in its, the full-fledged way.
Okay. So, and you're allotted professors on the basis of any interview or the CGPA or rank? Like, what is the criteria for allotment of the
Yeah.
professor?
So there are, it depends on the professor actually. Most of
Okay.
them take according to the CGPA of first semester, but some of them take interviews, some of them, prefer first come, first serve, and all kinds are there actually. But most of them
Okay.
prefer CGPA. Yeah,
Okay. So the next question is, how is the research and like what are the research areas at IIT Madras and how is the research exposure at IIT Madras?
yeah. So there are in IIT Madras, what I have felt is the theoretical chemistry department is very strong, as we are having seven professors here, among which three, four professors are very new and they are recently recruited. So the research is very much, advanced in these fields. If you talk about organic chemistry, uh, there are a lot of good professors doing good research. We have atmospheric chemistry laboratory, which is very rare in India. Actually, there are
Yeah, yeah.
three, four laboratories only in India. One of them resides in IIT Madras.
Okay.
We have some good bioinorganic labs. We have uh, some main group chemistry labs,
Okay.
supramolecular chemistry lab. We have a good range of good labs actually, and we also have a nano technology lab in T Pradeep's research area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Along with that, we have the IIT Madras Research Park where you can do a lot of things regarding our research actually.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know much about research park, but that's all.
Okay. So a student can expect to have a good exposure in the theoretical and computational chemistry and
Yeah,
inorganic, organic, and physical. Like the whole department is strong with respect to all the branches of chemistry, right? That is what you're trying to say.
yeah.
Okay. And like if a student wants to do a winter internship or starts, if a student wants to start doing the exposure, if a student wants to get exposure from the first semester itself, can he join the laboratory of some professor or get enrolled at some laboratory? Like, is there something, or if
Yes,
they want to do a
yeah,
winter
yeah,
internship?
yeah. Actually, they can work. on it, but it won't be included in their thesis. They can start their work unofficially.
Okay. So to gain the exposure and experience, right? They can.
Yeah, if you are willing to learn something which is necessary as a prerequisite for your MSc thesis, you can definitely join a lab from beforehand.
Okay. My next question to you is like, what is the prospect after you do your thesis under the respective professor there? And what is the inclination of the MSc cohort at IIT Madras? Like, is it inclined towards research, foreign PhD, PhD in India, some placements, or what is the general trend of the IIT Madras cohort? Yeah.
So if you talk about placements, it is not that great because we are doing MSc, right? But still, there are good placements from Micron. I think one of my seniors have got in Micron a good a good salary job in Taiwan,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
another some good placements from good pharmaceutical companies. Other than that, people mostly get placed in edtechs and all those things actually. Not some get placed in HPCL in the previous years. Some get placed in NTPC, as far as I remember. And yeah, the placement scene is like all the most IITs, whatever you have in them actually, all are similar actually. If you talk about research exposure, then I will say, yeah, the professors are very helpful if you are getting going, if you are willing to go abroad for doing any PhD. They give you very good recommendations to go. They're very supportive, and whenever you seek help from them, they're always ready to help you actually. So that I have felt, and a lot of seniors from our batch, from our senior batch, our super senior batch are going to PhD, and
Yeah.
yeah, the abroad PhD scenario is very very foundational. What you can say in IIT Madras.
As far as I have learned from the senior batches of IIT Madras, two of them had gone to Uppsala also, right? Sweden.
Yeah.
I have also they're from Hansraj only, so I got to know
Okay.
about that. Yeah. So
Okay. So
yeah.
I just forgot to tell you about another lab. We have a very good lab in electrochemical battery storage, doing
Okay.
fuel cell chemistry.
Okay.
From that lab, you just told about those seniors who went to Uppsala University, so
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were from that lab only. So I just got
Okay.
remembered. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So basically, a student who is doing his MSc thesis in a good manner from IIT Madras, he can expect to get support in recommendations and all from the professors, right, at IIT Madras
Yeah,
for
definitely.
doing PhD for it. Yeah. If you would like to mention something that I must have left or the discussion.
Yeah. So as I said, the academic pressure might be, too much for some people, but it is manageable. If you are into studies, 4 5 times a week, if you are using your weekend, then I think it is manageable. And yeah, you can do a lot other things than besides your academics. There are a lot of other arenas to explore in IITs, as we all know. You can take part in many other things. You can take part in sports, non-academic, events and all those things. And if you say about what the demerits I have faced in IIT Madras, that's what I wanted to say actually. The first one is about food because I'm from West Bengal and the people in West Bengal are always complaining about food if they are outside West Bengal actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is one of my major problems, but by now I think I have adjusted the food. The climate in IIT Madras is, just, a very healthy climate, I would say. It is actually IIT Madras is made out of a reserve forest, and we have a lot
Yeah,
of greenery and wildlife exposure. So we are, we are, we are somehow protected from the scorching heat of Chennai by the greenery, and we have a totally different type of climate in the campus. And Yeah, IIT Madras is overall a very good institute. If somebody is willing to choose IIT Madras in their IIT JAM preference, they can absolutely go for it. Yeah.
So, like, what would be your advice to a student who is going to appear for the IISc interview in future?
Okay, so the student firstly needs to be very confident while appearing the interview, and questions will be trembling. They will be asked just to, tense your conscience, tense your, the moment you are standing in the interview. So you need to act accordingly, and they will just test your basics. So you don't need to worry much about the interview. You just work upon your basics, and if you have a good confidence upon yourself and the subject, and a good control upon the what you have learned in the past few years, I think there won't be any problem to get selected.
Okay, and any tips for the matlab, the candidate to prepare for the interview? Like they have only 3 or 4 odd days to left for the to prepare for the interview. Like, would you like to give any tips?
If you are having 3 or 4 days left, then I would say just choose your favorite topic where you are most
Yeah.
comfortable, and just try to anticipate what the interviewers are going to ask you. If you were an interviewer, what you would ask the students, all those things. You just introspect upon yourself and practice all those things in your mind.
Okay. And lastly, when we are filling our choices for the
Yeah.
IIT JAM counseling, we all must have faced this challenge or the confusion as to what should be our preference for the counseling, right? So, if someone has to choose between other IITs, with due respect to them, and IIT Madras, so what would be your suggestion? Like, if someone from the past previous years cut-off analysis, if they're if it is possible for them to get a chance to get selected at IIT Madras or some other IIT, why should someone choose IIT Madras M.Sc Chemistry program specifically?
If you are going, if you are willing to go for any job placement or something like that, then I won't recommend you to come to IIT Madras actually, because you won't get a lot of time here to prepare yourself for all those things. Rather, if you want to pursue PhD in abroad, or whether in India or IIT Madras itself, you can definitely come here, because we are one of the best research places in India after IISc. And yeah, that's it. If you are going for any good job, want to prepare yourself, get some time to you, then you I don't recommend you to come here actually.
Okay.
That's
So
all.
a student won't be able to manage their coaching or for net or gate at IIT Madras, right?
Yeah, they can manage, because I told you at the very beginning, the syllabus is
Hmm.
very much well accustomed according to the GATE syllabus.
Okay.
That is not a problem. But if you are telling about any coaching for any other exams, some
Yeah, yeah.
good government jobs which are outside chemistry domain, then I
Okay.
don't think they will get a lot of time, because
Okay.
we
Okay.
have a very good pressure in the curriculum here.
Okay.
But if you are
So
into research, if you want to do research, if you are into science, if you want to, further grow in academia, then it is one of the best places in India you can opt for.
yeah. So those who are interested for doing their PhD, they can definitely join IIT Madras M.Sc Chemistry over the other institutes. Okay, great. So, what is your what is your plan for future? Like, would you be doing PhD or would you be preferring to opt for placement or change the field after this MSc?
Yeah, actually, I am not uh, totally sure about it, but still, what I have thought, that I will do some PhD, preferably in abroad if I get a chance,
Okay,
or we will see. Actually, I won't go to any placement as of now.
okay. And what is your research interests currently? Like, what do you plan to do your MSc thesis in? What is the area?
Yeah, actually, I am currently interested in doing theoretical chemistry.
Okay.
In theoretical chemistry, I am actually confused. I am just sorting out where I should go. Among them, I am interested in doing electronic structure. That is one branch of my interest. And another branch is quantum dynamics. Using all those theories, I want to implement them in different principles of biophysical areas and spectroscopy.
Okay. Great. So since we have covered most of the topics that we had decided, if you would like to mention any other things other than this scheduled
Yes,
topics, you
so
would like to say something.
I would say all the people who are watching this video that if you want to come to IIT Madras, it is always a very good place to come. And mostly all the people who are interested in doing theoretical chemistry in their future, they should definitely come in IIT Madras because we are having a very good set of professors here, and that is one important thing. And finally, thanking you, JB, for such a good experience in this 1 hour or so. Thank you.
Yeah, so since we have come to an end of this podcast, I would like to thank Arkojyoti for accepting this invitation and sharing his insights with us and sharing all the information regarding the interview experience and his experience at IIT Madras. And hopefully, we'll have another session with you regarding the questions that were asked to you in the interview,
Sure.
so that the students who are appearing for the interview they get a better insight of the questions that might be asked to them and they can prepare themselves for the interview. That's it for this video. I'll see you soon with another guest in the next episode of this podcast. Keep watching and keep learning. Bye bye.